Police are investigating a homicide after a 44-year-old man was found fatally shot in the backyard of a property. At 10:56 p.m. on Thursday the 30th of November, authorities responded to 411 Crawley Street in Americus, Georgia on reports of shots fired. When officers arrived, they found an unresponsive man laying on the ground behind a home with a gunshot wound. First aid was rendered until medics arrived, and the man was transported to Phoebe Sumter Regional Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. The victim was identified as 44-year-old Kewan LaQuint Morgan. No arrests have been made to date, and the motive in the killing is unclear, as investigation into the matter continues. 36-year-old Alexis Allen is behind bars for fatally shooting her ex-boyfriend Ronnie Moore during a dispute. The incident occurred on Friday morning on the 1st of December at William and Lee Park in Port Allen, Louisiana. Authorities said that Alexis went to the park with a group of people, where she got into an argument with Ronnie and shot him as he sat in the driver's seat of a car. Police responded to the scene on reports of shots fired, and found Ronnie in his vehicle deceased with multiple gunshot wounds. Police identified Alexis as the suspect, who fled the scene but turned herself into authorities the following day. She was booked into the West Baton Rouge Parish Detention Center and charged with second-degree murder. Authorities said Alexis had a pending domestic violence charge with Ronnie after she hit him with her car. The investigation into the matter continues. Police are searching for 19-year-old Anthony Jamal Johnson, who's wanted in the shooting death of 39-year-old Antoine Strickland. At around 3:15 p.m. on Thursday the 30th of November, authorities responded to the 100 block of Success Court in Statesboro, Georgia on reports of a shooting. When officers arrived, they found Antoine lying in the driveway of a home with multiple gunshot wounds. He was transported to East Georgia Regional Medical Center, where he died from his injuries. Authorities said they believe the homicide was a witnessed event. Detectives spent the evening processing the scene and following up on various leads. During the investigation, authorities identified Anthony as a suspect and have issued warrants for his arrest for murder and aggravated assault. The motive behind the shooting is unclear, as investigation into the matter continues. On the morning of Saturday the 2nd of December, a 48-year-old man was arrested on suspicion of murdering his wife and his infant son. Police found the body of 10-month-old Zeke Gregory Best in the wooded area, about 24 miles east of Idaho Falls in Idaho, after hunters called to report finding a man in a sleeping bag on the side of the road, on Kipps Crossing Road near Dan Creek Road. The caller stated the man began wandering around naked, making odd statements. The man was identified as the infant's father and suspected killer 48-year-old Jeremy Albert Best. Authorities had been searching for the pair since 11:39 p.m. on Thursday the 30th of November, when Teton County deputies were dispatched to their home at 4600 Skyline Loop in Victor, Idaho, to respond to a disturbance heard over the line by a 911 dispatcher. When deputies arrived, they found a deceased woman identified as 38-year-old Carly Jean Randall inside the residence. Authorities said they believe Jeremy murdered his wife he lived with and fled the area in a black 1995 Chevrolet Tahoe SUV with their son Zeke. Jeremy was apprehended by the Bonneville County deputies earlier that day at around noon for strolling around Swan Valley General Store without any clothes on. The nude man was caught on CCTV footage bizarrely slouching on the counter next to the cash register and grabbing a cigarette, before he was escorted out of the building by several people. He was taken by ambulance to the East Idaho Regional Medical Center. He underwent testing for medical and mental health concerns. Within hours, Jeremy was discharged from the hospital and returned home to kill his wife and kidnap his child. Police issued an Amber Alert at 4 a.m. on Friday the 1st of December, naming Jeremy as an armed and very dangerous homicide and kidnapping suspect. At 9:17 a.m. on Saturday the 2nd of December, Jeremy's black SUV was found down an embankment off the roadway in the area where he was discovered by hunters. Zeke was pronounced dead at the scene, but police did not say where his body was found or identify his manner of death. After being treated by medics, Jeremy was taken into custody on an arrest warrant issued in connection with Carly's death. He is held at the Bonneville County Jail, and further charges are expected. The investigation into the matter continues.